Title: The Lady of Heaven, From War to Faith. In a city gripped by fear, childhood is stolen by war. Mosul, once bustling with life, is now ruled by darkness. A self-proclaimed caliphate spreads terror, forcing obedience, burning books, silencing songs. For young Nate and Leni, play becomes survival. A militant patrol invades homes, demanding allegiance. One boy hums a song, an innocent act met with violent consequence. His mother resists, pleading for mercy. The boy cries, helpless as faith is twisted into cruelty. Taken by militants, Leni wakes up in an unfamiliar place. "Where's my mom?" he asks. The answer is silence. But from the ashes of grief, a soldier offers hope. "You'll stay with us now," he says. And so begins Leni's new journey, not as a captive, but as a survivor. What he doesn't yet know is that another story, one of sacrifice and light, is waiting to be told, the story of a lady who walked through fire. Centuries earlier, in the land of Mecca, another child faced oppression. Her name was Fatima, daughter of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Even as a little girl, she was a symbol of resistance. The people who followed her father were tortured, ridiculed, and exiled. Yet she walked beside him through scorching deserts, never breaking. When the Prophet fled to Medina, he refused to enter the city without her. She was not just his daughter, she was his soul. The enemies who feared their unity sent swords to stop her. But Imam Ali, Muhammad's loyal companion, protected her with unmatched strength and unmatched mercy. Fatima's journey was more than a migration. It was a declaration, a child of faith against an empire of fear. And when she finally reached Medina, the Prophet embraced her with tears in his eyes. "The Lady of Heaven," he whispered, and the city was never the same again. In Medina, the Prophet laid a foundation for something the world had never seen, a nation built on peace. Muslims, Jews, and even non-believers were welcomed with open arms. "No tribe shall be above another," he declared. "Everyone shall worship freely." The Prophet's seal marked a scroll promising asylum to all. It was a vision of unity, and Fatima stood at its heart. Her presence wasn't political, it was spiritual. She inspired hope, healed wounds, and whispered strength into the hearts of the broken. The Lady of Heaven became the voice of the oppressed. But peace is never without price. Far away, Mecca's leaders watched in rage. To them, Medina was a threat. They plotted war, and Fatima, though just a woman in their eyes, was the soul of their enemy's strength. "They will come for us," Ali warned, "and they will regret it." The calm before the storm had begun. Even warriors fall in love. Ali, the Lion of Arabia, brave in battle, yet humble in spirit, sought only one thing, Fatima's heart. The Prophet smiled. "You asked for her hand, but offer no gold, no land." Ali bowed. "We are people content with little," he replied. "We take pride in what we do, not what we own." The Prophet agreed, but Fatima asked for a special dowry. Not silver, not a home. She wanted intercession for sinners, so that others might enter paradise. The wedding was simple, yet heaven wept with joy. The community cheered, and even the Prophet's enemies paused in awe. Two souls united, not in wealth, but in mission. This was no ordinary couple. Their love would produce descendants who would guide nations, challenge tyrants, and defend truth for centuries. In Medina, under the rising sun, Ali and Fatima began a new chapter, and their union would echo far beyond their time. Only 3 years after Medina was founded, war came knocking. The pagans of Mecca, humiliated from defeat, wanted vengeance. They marched to Mount Uhud, 1,000 strong. The Prophet warned his men, "Hold your ground, no matter what." But during battle, confusion spread. Archers left their posts. Chaos erupted. The enemy circled behind, and the Muslims were struck hard. Blood soaked the sand. Still they fought. Among them, Imam Ali, wielding his sword Zulfiqar with thunderous might. But it was not only steel that defended them. Fatima's prayers, whispered from behind the lines, became shields stronger than iron. Her love for the Prophet, her father, was her weapon. Wounded men cried her name, and in that moment, her strength proved equal to any soldier's. The Prophet survived, the believers endured, and the Lady of Heaven became a symbol, not just of peace, but of divine courage, a silent force in the storm of war. Peace never lasts forever. The Prophet passed away, and with him, so did the harmony he had built. Division crept into the hearts of his followers. Power struggles replaced unity. Fatima mourned deeply, not just the loss of her father, but the fading of his message. She was harassed, her home attacked, and her voice silenced. Still, she did not curse. She prayed. She cried only to God. Even in her final days, she asked for mercy for others. Her will was brief, but powerful. "Bury me at night," she said. "Let the world know what they've done." She died young, but her legend grew old. The Lady of Heaven left behind more than bloodlines. She left a legacy of resilience. Generations would speak her name with reverence. And in the darkest times, people like Lini would find strength in her story. Because real warriors don't always carry weapons. Sometimes they carry prayers. In the heart of Baghdad, a boy once broken by war finds peace. Lini, now older, walks through the same city that once trembled under bombs. He visits the mosque. He listens to stories of the Prophet and Fatima. He smiles at memories of his mother's song, the family that took him and becomes his own. A wedding is planned. Laughter returns. "This city will rise again," he whispers. Because stories don't just preserve the past, they shape the future. Fatima's tale isn't just history, it's a mirror. Her courage lights the path for all who suffer. Her prayers protect more than soldiers. They shield the innocent. Lini's mother died with faith on her lips. Fatima died with faith in her heart. And now, the boy carries both. In a world that still bleeds, hope lives on. In the voice of a child, in the story of a lady, in the promise of heaven. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful tales of hope and faith. Help us shine light where darkness once ruled.